Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Pastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Good man, just got back from the great outdoors. It's kind of nice to be back in the city. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of you got the air conditioning, you got the creature comforts, you got the lounge. It's kind of nice, kind of nice.
Yep, makes sense. All right. So today we are talking about the Kristoff Veinte 20th Anniversary Robusto. Cigar is 5" by 50. Comes out of the Tabacalera von Eycken factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrappers Brazilian Arapiraca. Binders from Indonesia. Filler is from Nicaragua and Pennsylvania. It is blended by Glen Case. Price point is $13, and the cigar was released in April of 2024. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I mean, looked, had that little cap, man, had that finish. There you go, Kristoff, right there from the beginning. Listen, it had a nice core flavor profile of like rich earth, dark chocolate, damp wood. There's some tobacco, some pepper spices. It's pretty balanced and never got over the top. Medium strength and body for the first third. Second third kind of was a continuation, still getting that damp wood, tobacco, pepper spices, dark chocolate, and earth. Still smoking at that medium level. And that just really kind of continued to the final third. Burn was good. I'm looking this back again. I'm sorry. Burn was pretty good on this. Draw was a little average. It was just kind of a little off from time to time just because of, I think, it being loose. I just think the cigar as well. Been a while since I've smoked a Brazilian Arapiraca wrapper.
Yeah.
But it's just like smoke them, you're like, there it is. So, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just kind of like you get a feeling for that wrapper. So, John?
Yeah, and I'll just add $13 for Brazilian Arapiraca is pretty good because Brazilian Arapiraca is not cheap anymore. This was kind of a darker profile. I think I got a lot of darker tobacco notes and flavor combinations through the different thirds. First third was kind of earth and tobacco with earth and wood finishing. Sweet tobacco on the retrohale with a kind of a nice dark earthy center and then a spicy wood finish. And then just kind of medium tobacco sweetness leading it as it continued and earthy finish. And, I'd say the whole profile through the first third for body was kind of medium minus. So, full, like fuller on the palate, but not, sometimes you get cigars with a darker wrapper that can be earthy and overwhelming on the palate. And that wasn't the case here, at least not the first third. Second, third, creamy earth leading off, earth and wood combining in the finish. Kind of a multi tobacco earth wood combination in the retrohale, which was pretty cool. I think that's the Arapiraca wrapper kind of pushing through on the palate. And then at the halfway point, kind of a peppery, just kind of a peppery accent. So not like, heavy pepper on the palate, just a nice accent note. A retrohale toasted malty earth, and then kind of medium strength spices as it transitioned into the last third. And then last third, creamy malty tobacco starting off, earth, spices, kind of medium full earth at this point. So picked up a lot from the first third. But as it progressed, I think the sort of profile became more just creamy earth and wood. So a lot of those elements, the spices, some of those other tobacco elements kind of fell off. So last third, a little bit disappointing for me. Some astringency came through kind of in the bottom half. So that was a little distracting for me. But overall, it was good. I think Seth commented on the burn. I also had some minor issues, minor unevenness through the burn, kind of throughout the entire process. Cigar went out on me in the second third, so I had to do a relight, and then burn kind of had some waviness for the rest. I didn't have to do any touch-ups. Kind of a drag about the going out, but what are you going to do? Burn or draw was perfect. So there you go. What was your experience like, Eric?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with a robust delivery of toasted oak, black pepper, and earth. Second third saw some smokiness join in. Then the final third saw all the components other than the toasted oak mellow and then kind of depart, leaving a very low strength toasted oak profile. So I also had some construction issues. Wavy burn, had to do 2 touch-ups to keep everything kind of going along in line. So lost some points there. But I just thought the cigar had an average flavor profile throughout. Kind of started off pretty bold and then mellowed significantly by the end. So just an okay cigar, but not something I feel would correlate to an anniversary offering. So with all that said, not something I'd really see myself coming back to. All right, getting into the scores, we're going to start at the top with John at 6.62. I gave it a 5.3, and Seth gave it a 5.1. So, John, how'd that 6.62 match up for you?
Yeah, it matches up well. The score, I think, was held back a little bit by the burn issue, but regardless of that, I think that's about where I feel this cigar should be, is 6.7, 6.6. That is kind of where I would have scored it, if I put in a number without putting in the individual thing. So matches up well.
Yeah, my 5.3 matches up well. Average flavor profile throughout, not that great of construction, so just kind of keeps it its head above the 5 mark. So, but just not something that is interesting to come back to. All right, Seth, 5.1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of is where it is. Nothing really special about it. I think it was more fun just to smoke the Brazilian wrapper again, just because it's been forever since I smoked it. But like the cigar in general just wasn't, that mind blowing. The one thing I guess you could say for Kristoff is I don't know how many more Brazilian wrapper offerings there are of this on the market. So, if you're kind of wanting to smoke it, get that wrapper experience. I think it's probably one of the, I don't know. I know these are in Havana Fills, and I think if you asked me to point out any other Brazilian Arapiraca wrapper in the humidor, I don't think he has any. I could be mistaken on that.
For new stuff, I think I actually, I'm not sure we're going to see any.
When's the last? Yeah. What's the last one you remember us smoking? I don't even. It's been.
I want to say it's like EPC or something like that.
It's going to be EPC, and then before that would be Roma, and outside of those two.
Yeah, I mean, Emilio. Remember when Emilio had one? Like that's like there's not many of them, so it's.
Yeah.
I think Willie did a Brazilian wrapper, but it wasn't Arapiraca. It was something else. It was
They did the Mata Negra or Mata Fina or something.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So
it's one of these things. So yeah, it's one of those. It's
dude, like it literally like there's no tobacco, right? So talk about Connecticut broadleaf difficulties. Brazilian tobacco is even harder. So I'm not like this might be the only Brazilian wrapper release we see in the next 3 or 4 years. And if the tobacco doesn't come back, we might have to see it again. So who knows?
Go ahead.
Sorry, quickly. One thing I will say, I think the profile is sort of core Kristoff. That is, like, I don't think this blend is that different from a lot of, like, if you smoked a Pissed Off and you liked it, I think you might like this blend, but it's definitely a divisive, like darker, heavier, earthier core flavor components. And if you don't like those flavors, you probably won't like that cigar. But if you like the Pissed Off, this would be the cigar for you. And $13, I mean, like Seth is saying, for a Brazilian Arapiraca, it's worth the entry price, I think.
Yeah.
All right, wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Arapiraca.